Hello, my name is Rachel Byers, and tonight I'm going to show you a quick way to make a very cheap little wedging table and a recycling table and a wet cupboard. So here we have an old drawer. You can see that I've filled it full of high density plaster. So when I'm recycling all my slop, I put it in there and this high density plaster draws out the liquid and then I can re-wedge it. And another one I've made is a little wedging table. So here's a little wedging table. So this is just made out of a little piece of wood, and it's got, I haven't sealed this one, I put a plastic bag in it before I poured the plaster, and it just makes a great little mobile wedging table. And today I'm going to show you how to make one. This is one that is ready to be made, so it's just a box and it's just been sealed with clear sealer around here. And also I'm going to make well, actually I'm just going to make that to be quick, but here is what I call my wet cupboard. If I can pick it up, it's, oh god, heavy. So here it's just a toy box with a lid, and you can see that I put a high density plaster in there, and then it keeps the balls wet for weeks and weeks. I'm also going to make, actually I am going to make a little wet box because I want one for mobile teaching, so I can wedge the balls before I go, and then when I get to the class I don't have any, I've already done the preparation. So I'll show you how to make the plaster. Just hang on 1 minute and let me get a box. So here's a little box, just another little toy box, and I'm going to make the plaster and pour it in there, and then I'm teaching tomorrow 15 people, so I can put the 15 balls in there and they'll stay wet all night and be ready to use tomorrow. So the plaster that I'm using is this make here, which you can get anywhere at a proper pottery place though, because it is high density pottery plaster, not plaster from a DIY shop. It lasts a long time because it dries really rock solid. So what I've done here is I've put I put the powder in a bucket, and it is 3 parts high density plaster powder to 2 parts water. So there's my 3 parts of plaster, and then I'm going to put 2 parts of water. So if I fill this jug with water, there we go, 3 parts, so that's 1 jug full. 2 jugfuls. I've really found this a good aid in my studio, because I used to waste so much clay, and now I don't waste any. I just put it into a bucket to just get wet if it's all different drynesses, and then I put it in the drying out, so it pulls out the liquid, and then I can just wedge it on the little table. So I'm just going to mix this up. I'm going to use my hand. You shouldn't really, but I've lost my charger of my drill at the moment because we haven't quite got all the studio back together again after having a bit of a refurb. So I hope everybody out there is good and well and starting to pot a bit. We're number 2 lockdown at the moment, so we are doing some one-to-one classes and commissions and things. So you get this nice and smooth. Oh, I've got a little lump there. Let's get rid of that. And then I'm going to pour it into my containers. I might actually not have enough to do all 3 that I did want to do, so I will just do 2. So I've sealed the wedging table so they didn't leak out, and the little toy box is important that I want to do tomorrow, so we'll start with that. So basically I've just mixed it up. So there's 3 parts of the powder, 2 parts of the water. So just pour it in there. And this doesn't take very long to set up, probably half an hour or so. And what you do, once it's set up, if you want this to stay as a wet cupboard, once it's dried out, you know, and it's been a week or so and it's really dry, you just pour some more water over it, and then it stays damp and humid all the time in this box. So basically you can see, there we go, I've got the plaster in there, and that's just going to be put to one side, and it'll be dry in no time. Oops, one of the cameras has fallen down. That's because I've got no Liz to help. There we go. There we go. So that one's done. And then here we go. This is another one. So this is the little wedging box. And you can see I've sealed it. You can sort of see a little bit of a shine around the outside. And then hopefully it won't leak when I pour this in. So pour this in. And I really want this to be pretty much to the top, and I'm hoping it will be. If not, I'll have to mix a little bit more, because I like it to be flush with the top, and it's not quite, as you can, I can't show you because otherwise I'll be covered. So I'll just make another jug full of powder, and it should get right to the top, and then that'll be just great for my wedging. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the little video, and you can go away and make your own wedging table. So you can make it any size, but this is great because I can put these, I've got 3 of them now, and I can put them in front of a student on a table. You know, they can go anywhere and just do it. You can see that it's flush, pretty much flush with the top, so that you don't knock yourself with the wood. And it probably will last, I would say, year and a half, something like that, before, once this starts to break up, I will then discard it and just refill it again, just smash it up and refill it. But this is why it's important to be high density plastic, because it's really, really solid, to make it strong, because you don't want a little bit of some plaster in your clay. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed it.